Welcome in, have a seat. Kick back and relax, cause it's that time of the week. How's your day? Was it great? Well, it'll get better with Otalku Cafe. Nostalgia, let the memories bloom. All these stories in my head are gonna make me go boom. Kick back and relax, turn the volume to the max, bob your head until you're dead. Yeah! Yeah! Kick back and relax, turn the volume to the max, bob your head until you're dead. Yeah!
Gonbawa friends, and welcome back to another edition of the Otaku Cafe, where Shakespeare is rolling in his grave. I am Matt, your host, CEO, and your head chef, and to join me today is nobody. Looks like I am doing this as a solo for the evening. What you call it? I said Ethan wouldn't have been caught up until tomorrow, and I had no availability for tomorrow. And then unfortunately, Starman is on a business trip, and then Chris is working late. It's the holiday season, so working is going to be very difficult. So I am going to do this by myself, review most of these to the best of my ability. It's a lot of shows for myself, so just please bear with me. Full crew next week. I don't know who's going to be joining me. It'll probably be Ethan finally, if he is finally caught up. But show must go on, as they say. In hindsight, probably could have Ethan and Chris do it tomorrow, but I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. Snowstorm for all of us. In the Northeast. So for that, please be safe. For all that there. I know it's going to be a busy time, so we're going to get to the news, and then, I'm just going to go straight into the reviews after this. Should be a quick episode, but either way, whoever does listen to this, it's not a live stream. It is just going to be a recording, so you'll get this when it comes out. It's going to be easier to just do it this way since it's a by myself thing, and I'm not taking over anyone's media schedule. For the other people that do sponsor us, like the Zoo Network and Dershi Radio, who we are thankful for, that do sponsor us on their social media platforms. But with that, thank you all for that are listening. We appreciate it. So let's get to it. The manga Look Back is getting a live action movie in 2026. A great movie last year for the animated movie. Tatsuki Fujimoto's Look Back, a 1 hour movie. I loved it, so I'm definitely going to be checking out the live-action movie portion of it. I'm very excited for it. Let's see what else. World Trigger Anime is getting a reboot. That got announced a couple days ago. For people that do watch that, good for y'all. Scum of the Brave is announced for a 2-core anime when that does come out. And the manga, Please Excuse My Younger Brothers, is getting a TV anime in 2026. During spring break, at the end of her first year of high school, Ito learns she has to move because her mother is getting remarried. What she didn't expect is suddenly gaining 4 younger stepbrothers under the same roof. Determined to get along with her new family, Ito does her best to adjust, but the eldest brother again is distant and hard to read. Yet, as they spend more time together, she starts to see glimpses of kindness behind his cool exterior. Looks like it's a slice of life. Oh, it's a rom com. So we'll see how that goes. I might watch it. We'll see a trailer. We'll see how we feel about that. Trigun, Stargaze. We got our theme songs. It looks like let's see. Songwriter Ano is performing the opening theme song. Picturesque Hero. And rock band Fomer, who did Golden Kamui Season 3, is performing the ED Stardust. I'm looking forward to that. Stargaze, I'm looking forward to it because I did like Trigun Stampede. I don't care what anyone says about that. No new Code Geass anime series. Aspel, the Star Chaser, has been announced. No synopsis or anything for like that yet. But yeah, more Code Geass on the horizon, and hopefully it's not another 12 episode thing. And I'm just hopeful it's better than Rose the Recapture because I was just not thrilled with that one. The Chainsaw Man movie is now available for streaming. We're also getting a Kaguya-sama Love is War special on December 31st. It'll be just in time for the year-end stuff. Living in a One Tatami Room, which is a comedy edgy series that's it's official for spring 2026, which I'll probably will be adding on mine. And then finally, in the Golden Globes, the Demon Slayer movie got nominated for Best Animated Feature. Great news for them. Will they win? I do not know, but either way, I am still excited for it. Even if it's not my favorite movie, it's still happy to see it get that praise. So that's good for just the anime fans all around, however you feel about it. So I'm happy. With that, we are going to get to some of the reviews that I have seen. The only one I did not see was My Hero Academia, the penultimate of it, but we're going to be talking about the finale and all that next week, so be sure to tune in for that. We'll start with One Punch Man, Season 3, and all I have to say is, wow, they actually have a bit of a budget. As I said the past few episodes, it's like a broken record at this point that I'm not really putting the faults at JC Staff, but more for Bandai. They did, as I said, we got some of the budget here. Ain't bad looking. This focuses more on Child Emperor. He gets his moment to shine when he was trying to help, when he was helping. The kid escaped, but he was caught off by the Donkenbird, who is based on the cartoon character, is the immortal one. So Kid Emperor is fighting. Kid Emperor is fighting Donkenbird. Donkenbird like this Phoenix type of thing. Every time it gets killed, it comes back. If you know what that is about a Phoenix, Kid Emperor gets basically he's Gundam. So he's like come out Gundam type. It's just like a G Gundam summon. That part was pretty cool. But no, Kid Emperor. He was trying to fight. He tried to fight Donkenbird. He has like a free minute time limit with this mech. The stuff he could do with it. And as that Gundam is like slowly falling apart, Kid Emperor does this like final flash type of thing on the Donkenbird, and we thought it was dead, but no, it is not. And this Phoenix Man, unfortunately, there's nothing else for him to do, but he had a trick up his sleeve, which was like some type of tickle device thing that he put into the Donkenbird because the suit really cannot come off, so have it itch inside of the suit that it was wearing to give it that ability of the resurrection. That part was brutal. Kid Emperor, as soon as Donkenbird ripped the suit off, you just cut into him basically, like a full on dissection type of thing. So that part was fine. like I said, the budget is there, but I'm like I said, I'm not blaming them. Though with time, there is the effort that you do see the effort in it. So I like that. I will give credit where credit is due. It's still not my favorite. It's probably is my more disappointed one of the season. It is cool that we are seeing some type of budget now, but it's just so late in the game that it's just I can't I can't give it like that much high praise. Like it's cool that it's there, but we're only got like a couple episodes left, and this is like we're doing this now. I still have no confidence for season 4, but at the same time, I would not be surprised. But if it doesn't happen, I will not be shocked either. But an okay episode. I will say that it is an okay episode. All right, next up we got Spy Family. One of the teachers that was on the bus is getting a bit of PTSD. Mr. Thomas Austin has been having trouble sleeping at night. Headmaster recommends him Lloyd as a psychiatrist. So he's talking about the trauma of the bus, but we're finding out that the trauma is more than his lead on because he's just blaming solely the bus jacking. But the more he talks, and Lloyd kind of figures out it's not more than the bus jacking because it's been before that. The lack of sleeping, not getting enough nutrition, all that type of stuff. And that has something to do with his wife. Because like always scolding and like, yelling at him. It's like he has no voice in his house. And so basically Lloyd is like basically trying to help him out as best he can with that, like advice type of thing. But he's a coward. I would say that Austin is a bit of a coward, but not much could be done with that. So that was one part of it. The second part of this this focuses mostly on Lloyd. I'm sorry, not Lloyd. Yor. She's having a girls' night with her coworkers, so they invite her out, and they're talking a bit, and they're getting drunk, and Yor cannot handle her alcohol, and they're trying to ask her like, "Hey, so what do you like hate about? Like, what do you hate about your husband? Like, what does he do?" Type of thing. And as she just gets drunk, like she can't think of a single thing where she does not. And like this, like Lloyd, and it bothers her. Like, oh, she's like, he's so great at everything, and she's just having this mental breakdown in front of her coworkers or her friends, essentially at this point. And it's getting to the point like, all right, we're not interested. I thought he was a scumbag and all that, but no, you're happy type of thing. Like, do you not do any affection involving Lloyd? And so in her little drunk she imagined a scenario where she kills Lloyd all because of an omelet. And basically like, she's going to her sensei. Okay, oh yeah, I need to kill my husband. Gets the permission. They do the face to face. She kills him in her little fantasy type of thing. But it's like, but no, I was like, have you ever tried, maybe kissing your husband, like a good welcome home type of thing. Like it's not taboo. It's like a normal thing. So yours like overthinking about this, and her coworkers were just like, yeah, she's not gonna do it. She's not gonna do it. She gets home. Lloyd's happy, like, hey, welcome home type of thing. And Yor is about to fall back because, if last time they tried to kiss, she kicked the shit out of him. So, so yeah, when she fell back drunk, Lloyd catches her. And she's like, oh no, now he's going to kiss me. So she basically does like a neck bump, like landing on her head type of thing, like leaning back. And Lloyd's freaking out, like, what the hell? And of course, Anya's just falling asleep, all because of this. After credit is kind of cute. It's like a little side mini episode thing. It involves the students. Mostly one of Damien's friends, Ewan, Ewan. Yeah, he's like talking about space. Sees Anya like flying like a little toy rocket type of a paper airplane. It's like it's a spaceship. So they're like a little bonding over that, and you just see Desmond actually getting jealous, and fucking Becky is just teasing him for it. It was that I thought that part was just sweet. It was short, but it was a sweet moment to the point. That's fine. That part was fun. Let us do Chitose is in the Ramune Bottle. That came back last week, so I didn't see today's episode. So we're going to talk about last week because we didn't get that opportunity to on the last episode. I need a little bit of refresher. Basically, Yuzuki is Chitose's a pretend girlfriend because of the whole stalker situation, and somebody is like to Chitose. Forgot the person's name, but the vibe I can get from him is that he's definitely the stalker type. Like he's asking Chose, hey, so are you dating Yuzuki? What's the deal with that? That ordeal type of thing that Chose explains to him, like, oh yeah, it's nothing like that, and basically the guy's like, I see. I believe his name is Kazuki, so we'll go with that. It's either Kazuki or Tomoya. But basically, he's had a crush on Yuzuki and asked Chitose for basically dating advice because he wants to get to know Yuzuki. And already, like I said, he basically if he's not this if he wants to throw him off that he's not the stalker, of course he's gonna like talk to him like a normal type of thing. But I think the clue of how he has loved Yuzuki since they first interacted, that might be a clue for Chitose to go like, okay, it might be him, but I'm not going to say anything. They probably do know. Kenta takes Chitose to like the science room where fucking Yuko and Uchida, they basically scold him for basically acting out last time when he was confronting the stalker bullies or the friends of the stalker to basically have them back off for Yuzuki. Chitose was also talking to Asuka. That kind of made Yuzuki jealous. It's like, you're into the older girls. I see how it is. There was a basketball game. Yuzuki's shoes have been thrown out, so Chitose goes to look for them while I believe it was Yuko that's also in playing the basketball. Chitose eventually does find them in some type of field. They're dirty and all that, but Yuzuki's got them, and so Yuzuki helps her team win the game. So you know what, that part was good. But no, outside of that, not a bad episode. I am happy to see it back. I don't think it's going to end up well. Also the guy is Tomoya, so I think I got that right. But no, not a bad episode. I am looking forward to seeing episode 7. So yeah, we're looking forward to that one. Next up, we are going to do Isekai Quartet. There's a music competition, and the winner of the music competition, like the class that wins, they get to go home to their original world. And so the Shadow Garden, confronts Tanya, Ainz, Kazuma, and basically saying that, hey, we're basically declare war on you. But because we know you're part of the demon cult, you're the cult of Diablos, so we're not going to stand for it. And Tanya's like, what the hell? But Ainz basically told like, hey, look, That's good and all, but we actually cannot fight each other in school. That is a rule of the school. So like, all right, you're fair play, fair play. So because of this, we're gonna make sure that we win the. We're gonna make sure that we win the music contest. That way, we get to go home and you guys get to stay here. So take that. So the Shadow Garden, they have a little brief meeting about okay, like who are the threats. So it's like Emilia, Ainz, Tanya, Demigur, Alberto, Shaltier, and if you call Julius, they basically have to, hey, you should also keep an eye out on Subaru and Kazuma. Yeah, they might not look like much, but they are definitely something you do not want to mess with at the same time. Uh, then, Tanya and all that, everyone in like the originally the quartet, they're all talking, and Tanya says to them, hey, do people actually want to go back to their original world? And Tanya says, oh yeah, we have a nasty war over there and everything. So I need to know. But yeah, I have stuff to do though. But I need to know how everyone else feels because I'm not gonna do it if it's just me for like selfish reasons. Kazuma and Aqua, theirs was kind of funny. It was like they talked about like, oh yeah, we still got the demon war. We still got the demon lord to kill. It's like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot all about it. But they're fine with this. But they're okay either way. Basically, they do want to go back. Subaru, Subaru also talks about how he does want to go back because his main goal is to help Emilia become a queen and all that. They're like basically become the next ruler of the royal election. So and so they cannot do that at the school. So basically, yeah, that's why they have to go back. Ainz kind of agrees that they all want to go back, but he also enjoys interactions with like Subaru, Tanya, Cosmo, all these other characters. But they know it's like the right thing to do, so they're basically getting like, all right, let's get to work for try to win the music festival. I'm pretty sure that's going to be next week. We'll see. I'm excited for it. Good stuff. Next up, Uma Musume, Cinderella Gray. Pick it up. I didn't talk about last week enough, so I'm going to say briefly. Tamamo Cross basically announced she's going to retire after this race. Tells Oguri Cap that Oguri is not having it because hey, we're supposed to be rivals. Like, well, once I win this race, I'm basically going to be the best everywhere, and who gives a shit. So, if you really want to beat me, then beat me at this Arima Kinen. Beat me in this race. The Kenan race, they were hyping up like the three Titans, so Oguri Cap, Tamamo Cross, and Dicta Strike as like the main ones. We also got Super Creek in there as well. It's like a 2400 cross. Belina Light was the one that gave Oguri Cap a lot advice on how to deal with the uphills of this, of how she positions herself. Belina Light was kind of cute. Like she was kind of pouting. Like she was kind of mad that Oguri got it basically first try with the advice. But and then their trainer was basically like, well, she wouldn't have figured out if you haven't told her. So at the same time, it's also a good job. You did great. So like the nice stuff there. But no, we're gonna get to the actual race. Kitahara's there, and the rest of the classmates, Oguri's old classmates are there. They all get into their pods, and Dicta Strika actually hit the gates. She ran a little. She tried to give a little bit too much of a head start because she hit her head on part of the gate, so she is bleeding pretty good too. That's gotta suck because she was one of the three. She was like one of the titans for this race. Like that's like on the front page of the paper. But it's good. It's great for Super Creek. because so now she gets to show her chance to shine in this environment. That's what she thrives on. Everyone is doing like this nice pace. I don't know how it usually goes until the last. So to Mama Cross, she actually gets sick of that, and she does her little white lightning thing. She's doing that early to get ahead of everyone because she's tired of people doing the normal thing. She wants a real challenge for her final race. So it's going to make somebody try to keep up. But Victor Strike, currently in last place because of the injury. We will see what she decides to do. So that's going to be interesting. But not bad, not bad. Next up, Mangaka's Weirdly Wonderful Workplace. Cute episode. Mizuki has a sty infection in her eye, and basically Futami tells Mizuki to go home, take care of it, get some rest. I can handle the deadline. And Nashida actually offers to help out with the deadline because she keeps crashing at their place. So they do that. Mizuki goes home. One of her sister, kind of like says, "Hey, welcome home." Yuzuki, it's like her first time like actually seeing her. Mizuki's like checking her phone, seeing it like, "Hey, I hope she needs me" or something like that. Yuzuki kind of tells her like, you just kind of you kind of want her to fail so she could be like, "I can't live without you," type of thing. Like she needs you. And it's like, I don't. Like it's not like I like being like relied on. So, it was that. I guess true. Like she wants to be held useful, but it shows that Futami does rely on Mizuki a little bit too much. Next day, Futami goes to Mizuki to check up on her. She's upset. It's like, it was a nightmare without her. Yeah, if Futami was acting like she fired her, like you did, you just gave her like a day off because she needs a day to rest, type of thing. But then Mizuki eventually does go back to work to start the eye infection's feeling better. Second episode, Kaede has Mizuki and Futami go to this place, a hot tub, a little bit of relaxing, and Futami is greeted by Kari Amano, who is like a great shogi player. Futami's like fangirling a bit about it, wants an autograph, kind of asks about shogi advice for the manga because the volume 2 is being printed out soon. Kari, like I think she'll talk about a retirement type of thing from shogi, and then Futami goes back to seeing Kaede. And Kaede basically told like, yeah, no, like you weren't here to work. This was just a vacation, basically. Like not a real vacation. Just a half day. You've been working too hard. You need that. You need that little bit of take it easy R&R type of thing. And the episode ended with Futami showing Nashida the pictures over the phone, and Nashida is upset that she didn't get to go. It's like, is this punishment because I really didn't help you with the like with the deadline type of thing? Like she like yelling, the dog screaming, hiding in fear. That part's kind of funny. It's a cute show. It's a cute slice of life if you're into that. With learn about how what mangas go through, but not in a 100% realistic sense. It's more of like a too happy type of thing. But it could be like that for some people. Who knows? All right, Twisted Wonderland. Pick it up or left off. It is the birthday tea ceremony. Ace induce Yuken. They want to give Riddle this chestnut tart, and as Ace presented to Riddle, Riddle is not happy about it because it's part of the rules that were broken. And because of this, like he's just mad about the whole tea party's ruined, like no chestnuts at the unbirthday tea ceremony. Trey forgot about it because there's like 800 rules And so basically, he kicks out Ace, Deuce, Yukin, get him out of there. They're greeted by like someone that's like the Cheshire Cat. Um, I don't know their name, but I know. Oh, sorry, Alchemy. Who is Alchemy is like inspired by the Cheshire Cats. Childhood friend with Riddle and Trey. Basically, Riddle was just raised to be this strict person with the rules. But Ace doesn't like that. It's like, oh, I'm not having it. Nope, that's stupid. It got to the point where people were complaining about the rules too much. Like, there's so many to remember, type of thing. And the headmaster kind of puts the idea that like, hey, why don't you just, why don't you try to challenge him to a duel? Even though Trey, who was like the older one of the childhood friends, like he needs to talk to Riddle to make him snap out of it, but he's too much of a coward too because he kind of just feels bad for Riddle. So Ace challenges Riddle to like a duel, but it's like a magic duel. So Riddle kind of does wipes the floor from pretty quickly, and the episode ends with basically Trey trying to figure out what he should do, if she actually step in or not. I think Yukin's gonna step in too. We will see. Okay, episode. I'm just not happy that they hype up the whole college campus thing, but we're just focusing on the Queen of Hearts. We might get more, but if it's just this, then it's definitely a disappointing thing. Next up, Fated Magical Princess. At the protector at all costs. I keep saying this. At the she's Ezekiel in the Royal Library. He's really not supposed to be there without permission, of course. So Lucas sees this, and looks like there's a little rivalry between Lucas and Ezekiel for Afti, a little jealousy type of thing. Afti is kind of oblivious to it. And it's like, oh, why is Lucas here then? Because but he's a wizard. He's this powerful wizard, so of course he could be here. But Ezekiel does eventually take his leave. Afti and Lucas they got a little tease going on. So Lucas goes to his adult form to hover over him because she kind of made fun of them being the same height. But Afti does want to thank her friends that came by for the first tea party because they gave her gifts. And she kind of wants to do the same thing back. So Lucas and Afti have little disguises with outfits so they can explore around town. And as they're doing that, they see Jeanette. They eavesdrop, and so she wants to get a gift for Afti, as like because of the sister type of thing, show appreciation. So she goes to the magic side, the magic market, which is like forbidden spells and all this. And as they're getting there, Lucas senses dark magic, and because of that, Lucas trails off from Afti to try to find the source of it. And we see the black-haired man at the debutantes a couple episodes ago, talking to Jeanette. He does summon to this pearl, and because of this summons like a giant monster type of thing. As he's trying to hold it off to protect Jeanette, Raven turns into a wolf to take care of this. Lucas eventually does show up to help out. So that the monster's slain. Afti and Jeanette had a little nice talk. Jeanette talked about how she has a gift for her, but it snapped because that was the item that was cursed. But she's just glad that he is safe. So he's glad that he's safe from harm. That's all he's cared about. And then we see this man, this Phantom of the Opera guy, looking guy. He's having a glass of wine. He talks about what happened, and he mentions Claude. So we're gonna see that connection between Anastasius and Claude. I believe that's his name. So it should be interesting. We got a few more episodes of that left. I'm very much looking forward to that. We are going to do To Your Eternity next. this episode was pretty wild. I will give it that. With what you call it? Not is it Mizuki? Hold on. It's just me here, so I'm trying to. Mizuha, Fushi, but Fushi wants to talk to the classmates that has a knocker possessing them. I believe that is Sayaka. Could be wrong, but Fushi wants to bring out the knocker that's in her, and then Fushi talks to saying like, "Hey, so did you want to die?" And this person's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about, type of thing. But as Fushi is trying to talk to her, there's this guy, Rikuya. He's like trying to hit on Mizuha, like, hey, why don't you go out with me, type of thing. Fushi's not a great guy, and as Mizuha slaps Rikuya, when he gets home, like his bones and all that, they get contorted, this weird, wild thing, and man, that part was just nasty, man. But but we're gonna find out with him being bones and teeth shatter, horrifying sights. That was just awful. But Fushi goes to talk to this student again, but here comes Mizuha. Stabs the classmates, and then Fushi is looking at horror in a pool of blood, and he's like, "What's going on here?" And so yeah, this knocker switched into Mizuha, and it turns out that was the same knocker that was in season 2 from someone else that was in that cult. That was in Kahaku's body. So that's who the one that was actually protected in Fushi. Uh, so yeah, I like how they had this little mini knocker heaven type of thing. Goes to Misa's and now has been living in her this whole time. And Mizuha and this other girl, they were like talking to Fushi about like, hey, we just want to coexist with you. Like we're not here to kill you and all that. Like we're like all these people that want to die. We are here trying to take care of them. And why aren't you letting us? And like Fushi is just having this existential crisis. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know who to talk to. It's like, can he talk to Gugu about this? Can he talk to Tanari? And fucking Bond just like checks up on him, like saying like, "Are you okay?" type of thing. And with like this broken voice, Fushi asks Bond like, "Hey, are the knockers actually evil?" And Bond kind of tells him like, "Yeah, they're kind of bad. We do gotta take care of it." So with Mizuha and her mom, she's with her mom, and they're hanging out in the night sky, and then we see Fushi holding a sword like he's going to kill them. He's trying to kill the knockers that are taking over their bodies, and that was where that episode ended. And that is crazy. Much like season 2, slow start for season 3, but I am slowly warming up to it more. Season 1 is still my favorite, but I do like how this is progressing, so I just get excited for more, 100%. Next up, may I ask for one final thing? Basically, this war that is going on. Scarlet has to Alfreum, taking out some of these monsters. On the other side of that, Nanaka and what is that elf's name? Nanaka and Chatamate Kudasai. Dios. Dios and Nanaka are at the rendezvous point. They're talking about like how like not trusting each other type of thing. But it turns out there were other monsters trying to attack them, so they were protecting each other until the elves came out. Dios talks to the elves because he's also an elf about asking for assistance, pulling back, don't be with this new religion. And he's like, well, if you like, all right, for that, like, I'll give you my wind spirit type of thing. That way, it's basically useless at this point. So like that was a trade off for the for Palmia. So that Scarlet helped out the Dragon Army. So with that, they are departing. It's Alfred Von Kish and his crew. They are leaving for now. Wants Scarlet to come with him because she's not safe. But Julius says, "Oh no, she's not going anywhere. I'm not going to let anyone hurt the person I had feelings for over these 10 years," type of thing. So Scarlet is like, "What the hell is he talking about?" type of thing. Tries to get that information out of him later, but Julius just throws it off. So basically, like, I'll tell you when this is over. They have a strategy meeting, and basically they're trying to go to the next destination, which is about a couple days time. Since they got rid of that one crystal, it takes about a couple days for Terraneza to recharge. So they are heading over to that destination next. I believe that is. Let's see, what is that destination? I don't remember it. By the way, it's gonna be a day's time, and they need to. So they're all going to. Diana's coming as well because it's her fault. She wants to make it right. Get her blessing back. I'm definitely excited for this. I believe we have 2 more episodes left. Yep, we got the penultimate this week and the finale next week. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Fun stuff. It's always a fun time. Next up, this monster wants to eat me. Pick up where we left off, where Hinako was upset that Shiori kind of basically lied to her, saying about how Hinako's blood is inedible because Shiori put some of her mermaid blood in her. Because that makes her not want to eat it. So Shiori is on this date with Miko, talking about, like their time together. They flashback how Shiori did help out this little girl long ago, even granted the immortality, like never age type of thing, but she hated it, wants to kill Shiori, had a little bomb. That kid died, Shiori didn't, she just damaged. And she was like laying somewhere in the water, and a young Hinako meets Shiori in this mermaid form, taking care of her, feeding her. Shiori talked about how she could have eaten there, then and there, but couldn't. She could hardly move. Even when she did move, just couldn't bring herself to eat a Hinako. Hinako was always just so happy talking to her. And this is when they were in the vacation spot, so of course she had to go home. Before the young Hinako could leave, Shiori gives the young Hinako a drop of her blood, and she says, like, I want nothing but the best for you. I hope you're okay. Basically, good things, good fortune. But unfortunately, all of Hinako's family died except for Hinako. So I guess her being protected with the Shiori's blood is why she is alive, even though Hinako does not want to be alive right now. And then Shiori kind of sends her blood like years later when Hinako is grown up now. Hinako doesn't remember any of that situation because Shiori kind of like make her forget type of thing. But Shiori sees, this is where Shiori reunites with Hinako over there. But Miko could kind of tell her, to talk to her. So that is what Shiori is going to do in the next episode. I'm glad we got that backstory type of thing. So it does make sense on how Shiori does feel responsible in a way for what happened to Hinako. Yeah, she didn't cause the accident, but she like I guess she just feels guilty that it happened once they met, and now she wants to help Hinako live this life to be happy while also protecting her, just like how Miko is. So I really like this episode, and I'm very much excited, looking forward to that encounter and what happens next. Next up, Tales of the Wedding Rings. Our boy Sato finally fucked. Him and Crystal, they finally had sex in the last episode. And they do in the current episode. While Granner and Nephritis just kind of watched like in like a cooking chair type of thing. But no, everyone's making moves. The Abyss King's about to get ready for whatever he does next. Um, Sato and the others, they've arrived to like where like the dwarven caves are, like where the dwarves did hide. So Amber's going to lead them the way downstairs to basically make them go up. There's like a little shortcut underground. But Amber is just being drawn to something else and sees like this statue of a stone nearly naked woman. And it turns out like she was the dwarven queen. Like talking about like how like the dwarves were like cursed with despair and all this, and they like have some type of lose any glimmer of hope. They're destined to like basically disappear forever. Amber was questioning like her purpose type of thing, since she's a robot. Let's just be real. What we call a magic unit in Isekai terms. And then this dwarven queen kind of told Amber like the reason why you are creative is because they were able to feel that hope and that you're that inspiration to help out the dwarven people, and even tells Amber like, hey, look, not all dwarves are gone. Like some are still out there somewhere. They basically teleported to another world to be unaffected by this curse. And so like Amber could have had this ability, but something happened where she didn't. But Amber got that closure type of thing. She's going to help out the Dwarven Kingdom. And then the episode ends with, getting ready for the final battle. So we'll see what happens with that. Not a bad episode. Mechanical Marie. Last week, Arthur, he found out he knows the truth about Marie's not really a robot. And has react. He's actually happy because, he actually loves Marie. But he overheard Marie and Roy talking about, like, hey, if Arthur doesn't find out that you're not a robot, I have to automatically fire you from the spots. And Marie understood. And then since Arthur overheard this, he is pretending to be oblivious, to pretend to keep the charade of Marie being a robot just so they could be together. Because he just wants her around, even though they both do love each other, and like this is how it has to be. Just to keep her around, like I'll play along with Marie being a robot. So this part of the episode, first part of it, is basically Arthur trying to avoid Marie because, like, oh shit, now that I know that she's a human, like everything I've done is that some type of harassment, is like a lawsuit type of thing. So every time Marie would try to help, like lap pillow or anything like that, it's like, nope, I'm not, I'm good, it's okay. And it got to the point where pretty much, Marie says, all right, how about the Arthur, says, like, the fact that I'm acting weird like this, I guess that's not good. And so Marie takes Arthur to the gazebo. It's just them. Like I brought you here because I get to see her. I get to see the house. that I've grown accustomed to. I'm happy. It makes me happy because people like you, Marie too, and all that, you're all there, and could be happier. So that made Arthur happy. Second part of the episode, Arthur is like basically invited by Isabel for this theme park to like check out the rides and all that, see if everything's stable. Isabel is talking about how like she loves Arthur, like that we're married, we're gonna get married and all this. So Marie kind of gets jealous. Arthur wants nothing to do with Isabel. They do the rides, and also Marie too was like the highlight of this theme park because all the kids are like riding on her booster rockets and all that. Arthur leaves his unfinished drink for Marie. Like I kind of like, oh no, hey, could you throw it out for me? Like I hate to waste it, but it's I didn't drink much of it. Marie takes a sip out of it when Arthur's not looking, and Isabel sees like, I knew it, you're another robot. So to keep your secret, how about you help me fall for Arthur? So Marie kind of makes them do stuff together. Arthur kind of tells Isabel to basically F off. Isabel runs away crying. Marie goes save her before falling off the cliff. Arthur tries to go after them. Marie too saves them. But Arthur talks about to Isabel, like, hey, I know you don't actually love me. You actually love my brother Maynard. And she says, you're right. Like, yeah, the house didn't like me because I was a brat. Maynard was the only one that was nice to me. I fell in love with him. But the fact that you are basically the heir, it kind of ruined him, ruined his attitude, all that. So basically, that's kind of why I want you out of the picture, just so Maynard could be happy again. So we're gonna find out what happens in the next episode. I like that. I I definitely warmed up to Mechanical Marie a lot. Like the those cheap little images in the beginning of season one. It seemed very generic, but as more go on, like I like the charm of it. So I definitely have been enjoying it far more than I expected to. Next up, Sanda. It's time for the festival. So which one we got Shiori, Iche. We'll get to them later. Sanda is with Nico. Toshi's with friends. Uh, Saburo doing his own thing. So is Fumi. And fucking Saburo basically bumps into Fumi and kind of is making like, hey, like I don't wanna hurt you, kid. I can't hurt kids. I can't hurt kids, but Fumi will. So she has the gun, trying to shoot at Saburo. Uh, people hear gunshots. Sanda's like, what the fuck? But before any of that, though, I'm sorry a little bit. Sanda and Nico, they share a kiss, like a legit kiss on the lips. Nico took that kiss from him when caught him off guard. And I gotta say, it was really nice. That made Sanda think differently, type of thing, like experiencing that type of love. Uh, then Sanda says, "Sorry, I do have to go." Saburo got shot in the arm, and Sanda uses his power of love to turn into Black Santa, and he's not going to kill Class 10. Instead, while they're like trying to hit him with weapons, shoot at him, gives them basically like this bear hug until they collapse on the floor like a sleeper. I'm like, you know what? That's good because Santa would not kill kids. So knocks them out, and so those kids get to experience sleep. So that part, I like that part. And Fumi is just keep shooting at Santa Claus like over and over, but Santa can't die. And Fumi, she's not gonna run out of bullets. So he's just on the ground. So we're gonna see what happens with them. And then Fuyamura, with Iche. She had a nice little outfit on, but what you call it? Things don't end well between them because Fuyamura is basically says she has to go. She has to check up on Sanda. And with Iche, she's been like forcing herself to be an adult, not expressing her true feelings, and just she's like left this heartbroken thing. We see like a little flashback of Iche talking to Hifumi, about the whole growing up type of thing. It's gonna be wild for the next episode. I can't wait to the conclusion of the festival itself. I do hope we get a season 2 of this because again, I love this show. The show is just so good. I'm very much looking forward to the rest of it. All right, our co-main event is going to be Dust Beyond the End of the World. I like this and also didn't for different reasons, but the whole episode is basically a flashback of everything that had happened. So, like after Akira got shot, Akira and Tawasa they made a recovery. They were trying to figure out what it actually do for the whole AI evolution thing. So Tawasa, she brought up, like injecting them with nanomachines so they get like a little supercomputer type of brain in them. So that's a good way to do it, like kind of ease up into this evolution. But the problem with this, when the doctors found out that, hey, they're hackable. So anyone that has this implant, they could be easily hacked into if information that got out. And they try to keep it hush hush, but you know how this goes. So people are taking advantage of these people getting hacked all over the place. And Tawasa, she keeps trying to kind of reverse this type of thing because once the nanomachines are in them, it's kind of over. And it's just like years of that. Like there's no progress. And you see the deterioration and Tawasa's body. Akira trying to keep her together. Tawasa attempted to take her own life a couple of times, especially after this little uprise with the AI, all them being like hacked and all this, like to start this revolution or Skynet, essentially. And Tawasa lost her dad in the progress. So like yeah, that part was upsetting. And the only way to combat this, like she created like this other AI hologram of herself. It turns out and eventually they'll name themselves Terra. And it says, "Oh well, I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud. How about we just kill everybody? Just get rid of everybody. It's gone. Humanity, but just kill them because they're gonna keep doing this. So I will stop it by getting rid of them." And then eventually Tawasa created these androids, so Yugure, Hakubo, who else? Yoyami, all that. Basically, they were like the Outsider series. They were like that secret weapon. They took out Terra. Things are slowly like being restored. They got rid of technology. That way, there's no trace of it, so it can happen again. Tawasa disappeared. Left a note for Akira. So Akira took over the company, and then they made this Android version of Akira, the one we have now. It was never activated because it was basically programmed to find Tawasa, but it was just in the pod and nothing else. With all of Akira's memories, so it's safe to say that Akira is dead. So after we get the whole explanation, Yugure, Akira, they kind of just basically embrace each other as they're androids, and that they're who they're like are type of thing. Then they ended with a time skip, which is weird. So Amuro, all grown up. I don't know how long it's been. but figure out what their next move is. Yeah, I guess we're going to find out in the next episode. But no, like I said, I liked it for that. I wasn't crazy about the time skip. I'm glad we got info on the backstory, but it was just exposition after exposition after exposition. That's how it really felt like. But outside of that, I did enjoy it. And finally, our main event, which is like right there for Ranma. Figured to give that, especially after that scene. It's basically the whole thing is basically a whole reenactment of the Romeo Juliet play. Akane is finally going to play Juliet. She was always Romeo because of her tomboyish thing. And they're trying to figure out who should play Romeo. And we got Kuno, Haposai, both want to do it. Ranma as well, because Ranma wants to do it because the prize is a trip to China, and Ranma wants that is so he can be one step closer to being male only. That's for that curse to be broken. So like even throughout the whole play, they're like going fighting back and forth. The classmates like, oh, I don't remember this in Romeo and Juliet. Akane trying so hard to want to be Juliet, but the men keep ruining everything for it. It's not working out well. And Akane kind of like tells Ranma like, so you saying you don't mind them kissing me type of thing. And Ranma kind of blurted out, like kind of like in a way that he does like Akane, because that's why it's like hard for him to kiss her. So you make it difficult for when it's about someone I like, but what's called female Ranma, kind of took Kuno out by kissing him, but it was he had tape over the mouth, so it was a fake, so it wasn't a real kiss. He's out of the picture. Haposai is like sealed up again. Akane, under playing dead for Juliet. Ranma gets so shy and flustered, so Akane just pulls him in for a kiss. Beautiful visual, and then you find out she put the tape over her mouth. I guess. And then she kind of teases Ranma about how I wanted to kiss for real, but Ranma did win and get the trip to China, but turns out that part was a lie. It was just someone from China that came over to the house for a party. There was never a trip to China. Someone from China going to visit the house for a party, and that just set Ranma ablaze essentially. And that part was funny. I like this episode a lot. It did annoy me. The guys did get a little annoying outside of Ranma, but that's how the show is. It's just that silly, fun type of thing. And we finally got that visual from like the poster about the Romeo and Juliet thing. They got it here, so I'm glad we got to show them over, even though it was a fake kiss. Good week of anime. I'm looking forward to more. So with that, the cafe is closed. Thank you all that do watch this and are joining me. So make sure to follow me on various social media platforms. So David Phoenix 12 on Twitter, Instagram, House Husband Cosplay. Follow Otalku Cafe and various social media platforms as well. If you listen to audio platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, let's give us a rating. It does mean a lot to us. It help us out a lot. Thank you again, W10 Network and Distributor for hosting on our social media platforms. Thank you, Sean, who is our editor. We'll be here next week. So until then, guys, thank you all for joining. Oyasumi and good night.
When the sun goes to sleep, I find myself myself in a heap because it hurts so much to be away from you. It makes my day when I get a text from you. But still I say goodbye again. Let's hope this isn't the last time that I see your face. But hey, it's fine. I know everybody needs a little space. There's no one to blame. Goodbye again. Let's hope this isn't the last time that I hear your voice. But it's your choice. I can't keep you here forever. Just promise me that you'll come back.